MLB Network is your exclusive home for postseason baseball. It's Game 1 of the National League Division Series between the Pittsburgh Pirates and the San Francisco Giants. Hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian welcoming you to our exclusive postseason coverage on MLB Network. With me is Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac. And Dan, we'll start with you. This series has the feel of one that's about to get very interesting.
Looking at these two squads, it's clear both of them have several guys that can hurt you with a bat. It's not just the middle of the order guys that you have to look out for as a pitcher. So the team that gets the timely hitting and quality at bats is probably going to prevail.
The postseason is officially in full swing. Lineups and first pitch coming up next. Back now live as we count down to the start of Game 1. Let's join public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now, your 2018 San Francisco Giants.
Briefly now, we'll look at the two starters who get the ball here in Game 1. A chance here to check out the starting lineup for the visiting Pirates. Mark, what's your take on him against one of the best starters in the game?
Well, Matty, you look at this lineup, the key to success is scoring early, putting the other team on their heels and allowing their own pitcher to go out there and feel like he can execute his game plan and attack and stay in the zone. This offense needs to get on the board.
Madison Bumgarner will do the pitching in front of the hometown crowd here in Game 1. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Quite frankly, one of the toughest and baddest dudes in the game of baseball. We all remember coming in Game 7 of the World Series against the Kansas City Royals. Every team thinks that they have an ace. Well, guess what? This guy is a true, legitimate ace. Low to mid-90s fastball, good curveball. It does have the straight changeup in. Just in case you didn't know this, the guy can swing the bat a little bit too. One of the best pitchers in the game.
Here's Starling Marte. He will lead this one off today.
Leading off for the Pirates, left fielder, Starling Marte.
First offering on its way. And it's fouled away. Hit out towards second. Panic is there. And the day begins with an out. There's one away.
Batting second, shortstop, Adam Frazier.
Stepping in, Adam Frazier. He'll get to take his first cuts here. First pitch coming. Here it is. Hit back up the middle. Panic to his right. He has it on to first, and Bumgarner's rolling right through him here. 2 away now.
Batting third, the first baseman, number 55, Josh Bell.
So striding in, Josh Bell. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. Here's the first pitch to him. And that one just missed outside.
That's a really tough pitch to do anything with. The backdoor slider just off the plate, just missing the strike zone. That's nearly an unhittable pitch to hit for a hitter.
And here's a fastball inside as the count moves to 2-0 now. And there are our umpires for this one. Working the plate is Dave Lawrence.
Dan, we got Dave Lawrence behind the dish tonight. One of the best in the business, in my opinion, but sometimes has a tendency to fall into a pattern where he's given a little bit too much on that outside corner.
Yeah, D-Roll, one of the things he'll do, he'll open up that outside corner, especially with left-handed batters.
Swing, and there it goes. Deep to left field. Into the bleachers, and gone. A solo home run here off the bat of Josh Bell. His first homer so far in the series, and the Pirates are staked to a 1-0 lead.
That's one of those pitches you wish you could take back as soon as it leaves your hand. But guess what? There are no delete or rewind buttons in baseball. That's a mistake, and it was a good job by his opponent to make him pay for it.
Into the box, Corey Dickerson. Bumgarner gets ahead of him with strike one.
Hey, I know there's a lot of game left, but that is such an important run there in the top of the first. Try and silence this crowd. I can't tell you, in postseason play, one run feels like 3 or 4.
And a pitch in the third as he lays off. It's 1-1. Bumgarner, affectionately known, of course, as Mad Bum, he was selected in the first round back in the draft of 2007.
Yeah, Matt, you cannot miss on your first rounder, and they didn't with this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar.
Fastball, and ooh, that ran in and drilled him.
Yeah, I can hear the crowd murmuring now, wondering if he hit him on purpose. But hey, us pitchers need to be able to throw inside, especially when facing hitters as dangerous as he is. Pretty sure this one just got away from him, and hey, that's part of the game.
Here's David Freese to stand in. Fouled away. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. Set to deliver the 0-1. And that misses 1-1. Lifetime numbers against Bumgarner. Decent numbers. He's 6 for 15. He's taken him deep once. Here's the 1-1. To 1-2 now.
Hey, he looked like he was a little bit out in front on that breaking ball right there. The body can go a little bit. If he was able to keep his hands back a little bit, he might have been able to do some damage with that pitch.
Back up the middle. And the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit.
You don't see that too much in today's game. Most guys, it doesn't matter what the count is. They're looking to line him, drive the ball out of the ballpark. Not the case here. Good 2-strike adjustment, able to punch a ground ball through a hole for a single.
Josh Harrison stands in as Bumgarner gets ahead of him with strike one.
Hey, he finds himself in a tough situation early, and he's going to have to execute a pitch to get out of it. But if he does, it'll build confidence, and he starts rolling as the later innings start happening.
Bumgarner ready with the 0-1. And he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike two.
Looks to me like he's trying to make adjustments pitch to pitch up there at the plate, but he's looked completely thrown off so far. Late on the first one, way out front on the second.
Bouncer up the middle. Crawford to his left. He's there. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. One in the inning for the Pirates on the home run. And as the Pittsburgh TV guys like to say, clear the deck. Cannonball coming. On to the bottom of the first at AT&T Park. It's now 1-0 Pittsburgh. And here's a look at the hometown Giants starting lineup in this one. Mark, daytime baseball at home. What do we need to know about these guys?
Yeah, Matty, a lot of professional at-bats up and down this lineup. I know they're behind right now, but it only takes one guy to set the tone and get the boys going.
Jake Arrieta gets the call in hostile territory here for Game 1 of the Division Series. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, Matt, coming on now to pitch is former NL Cy Young Award winner Jake Arrieta. Good fastball, 95 to 97. Great overhand curveball and a straight changeup. Former Cy Young Award winner. If he brings his A game, it's going to be a long night for the hitters.
Take a look at the Pittsburgh Pirates defensive lineup. And let's take a look at the guy behind the dish, and that's Francisco Cervelli, one of the best ball framers in all our sport, a guy who's going to make his pitcher work for everything today.
Here comes Austin Jackson as he'll step up to get things kicked off in the bottom of the first.
Center fielder, Austin Jackson.
Here comes the first pitch. Tough slider over the inside corner for a strike. And a check swing here as he couldn't help himself, and it's ruled strike 2. And the pitch. Swing and a little tapper. That's a foul ball. And Jackson swings and misses as he's gone on strikes for the first out. Another strikeout for him on the mound, and boy, is it fun to watch him go about his business.
No doubt, Matty. He's one of my favorites, mostly because of his stuff. You know, he can absolutely dominate on any given day because of what he offers up there. It's just nasty. There aren't many hitters that like to see this guy on the mound.
Here's Joe Panik. He'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Now a swing and a chopper foul right at home plate. The next 0-2. And he fouls this one off. Another 0-2 coming. Sent on the ground out to second. Harrison has it. Throw gets him. 2 down.
Batting third.
And with 2 away now, let's give you a look at the big picture here. There you see the participants in this year's playoffs. Into the box now, Buster Posey looking to get on base and keep this first inning alive. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Up around the face. Good changeup that time, but he wouldn't bite on it. From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. Fouled off. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Liner in there for a base hit. And a close play at the bag, but a good stretch by the first baseman got the out, and the inning is over. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. Second inning now from San Francisco. Pirates on top, 1-0. Here's the catcher, Francisco Cervelli. He'll get us started in the top of the second.
Francisco Cervelli.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Lifted in the air to shallow center field. Jackson is going to get there. Makes the play, 1 away.
Batting 8th, right fielder, Gregory Polanco.
Into the box now, Gregory Polanco. Here's the first pitch to him. Now a fastball, a bit too low here. It's ball 1. Polanco is unlike many of today's hitters in the sense that he doesn't have a lot of swing and miss in his approach at the plate. More often than not, he gets contact, and I'm sure that makes him a frustrating hitter to face from a pitcher's standpoint.
You know, he takes his chances when he has count leverage. Without question, 1-0, 2-0, you'll see this guy try and get nasty a little bit, but he stays within himself. He knows what his strengths are, and he tries to drive the ball right back where it came from.
Popped him up. And he'll stay with it to put it away as they get their man here for the second out.
Batting 9th, the pitcher number 40, Jake Arrieta.
And now it's the Pirates pitcher, Jake Arrieta. First pitch on its way. And it's fouled away. Two out, nobody on. Pitch popped up. Throw not in time as he's able to leg it out.
You know, D-Row, it's not very often that pitchers are able to get some base hits. Even though that's an infield knock, he'll take that every day of the week.
Are you kidding me? From a defensive standpoint, this is rock bottom. I mean, the pitcher is beating out infield singles. What else is next?
Standing in now, Starling Marte. He swings and grounds it to short. He'll go the short way to panic at second, and that ends the inning. One left for Pittsburgh, and after an inning and a half, it's 1-0. At the plate, Andrew McCutchen set to lead off the home half of the second.
Andrew McCutchen.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. And he's in front of a tight little slider that time. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Sliders in for a strike.
Is that gun reading right there? Because that just registered at 91 miles an hour on a slider. If he's working that pitch, that's most guys' fastballs. It's going to be a long game.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And that slider's almost in the dirt.
That's back-to-back breaking balls away, but now he's got himself into a little bit of a tough spot. You probably can't throw that again, so your opponent is probably up there just looking for a fastball that he can drill.
Hard on the ground towards short. And a good throw gets him one gone.
Batting 10th, first baseman, Brandon Belt.
So one away here with the bases empty. And standing in now, the left-handed hitting first baseman, Brandon Belt. First pitch coming. Here it is. Very weakly on the ground. That rolls foul for strike one. Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2. Drilled right back up the middle. Frazier is up with it. Throw gets him. 2 down.
Batting fifth, third baseman, Evan Longoria.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone. And standing in here is the very dangerous third baseman, Evan Longoria. First pitch coming. Here it is. Way out in front.
Hey, that was a nasty pitch right there. It's the depth of a sinker. Sometimes it's a matter of whether or not it's moving east-west, but that one right there had such good downward.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. Giants down in order. They still trail 1-0. Back now in San Francisco on MLB Network. Thanks for joining us today. Up next for the Buccos, Adam Frazier. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And a fastball just a bit up. Lifted down the line in left. He dives, but he can't make the catch. It's a foul ball. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. The fastball down near the shoe tops. Now the 2-1. 2-2 the count. The 2-2 is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3.
Man, I love watching a pitcher that just rears back and blows smoke by a guy at the letters. That's the ultimate challenge pitch. And for me personally, watching hitters swing and miss, man, that's a sight of beauty.
Josh Bell the next to hit.
And hey, it was a breaking ball to boot. This guy's a pretty good off-speed hitter. You could tell by that last at-bat he wasn't fooled at all. He sat back, waited, got the breaking ball, and didn't miss it.
He launched one over the wall back in the opening frame.
And in that last at-bat, it makes you think this guy might have went up there looking for the breaking ball, because he certainly got a breaking ball, and he didn't miss it. Hit it right on the screws.
And a fastball flew it right by him, and they're 2 down.
No better way to minimize the potential damage a cleanup hitter can do than to strike out both guys in front of him. Always a confidence boost when you can sit down the guys at the top of the lineup.
In now, Corey Dickerson. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. The 1-0 home. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Slater's under it. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. 1-2-3 go the Pirates, but they hold a 1-0 lead. Here's the shortstop, Brandon Crawford. 7, 8, and 9 to start the home third.
Not much going on offensively so far for these guys. 6 up, 6 down. We'll see if the bottom part of the lineup can get something going.
Well, the home crowd seems a little restless, so I'm sure they'd appreciate it. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. The breaking ball that time in for a strike. Is put in play to the right side of the infield. Harrison takes it in. Throw to first is in time for the first out.
Batting 8, left fielder, Austin Slater.
Into the box, Austin Slater. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And this one's tapped foul at home plate. Slater, who cleverly has the nickname AC. He was an 8th round selection during the 2014 draft.
Hey, this guy's got a chance to be an absolute steal. Being drafted where he was, there are definite signs that he has a chance to make an impact at the big league level.
And he'll reach second now with one away.
Batting 9, pitcher, Madison Bumgarner.
So stepping in, Madison Bumgarner, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. First offering on its way. Swing and a miss on the slider, 0-1. Line drive to center field. Dickerson is there, 2 gone.
The center fielder, number 16, Austin Jackson.
Now to the plate, Austin Jackson. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Swinging a ball line down in the left field corner. But this is going to get foul. Arrieta sets. 0-1 on its way. And here's a swing and a miss as he falls behind 0-2.
So far in this game, he's the only guy in the lineup that's gone down on strikes.
Yeah, and he might strike out for a second time right here.
Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Slater stands at second with 2 gone. High in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Here comes Dickerson. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. Giants leave 1. They trail this one 1-0. Stepping into the box, David Freese. He reached on a single in his first try.
David Freese.
First pitch on its way. Fastball, and he swings through it to fall behind.
I mean, this is the classic case of ambush tactics at its finest, but this is getting a little ridiculous. I'd like to see some of these guys in the lineup work the count a little bit and find themselves on base and maybe drive this guy's pitch count up.
Fouled away. Popped him up. Crawford into shallow center. Makes the play, 1 away.
The batter, number 5, second baseman, Josh Harrison.
So striding forward now, Josh Harrison. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1. 1 run on 3 hits and no errors so far for the Pirates. Oh, and look out as this runs in and gets him. The second man he's plunked in this one.
And this guy loves to throw the slider, and it's a very effective pitch for him. But here's the flip side of that coin. He starts this one too far inside and plunks the hitter.
Into the box now, Francisco Cervelli, as he'll try and hold off the swing, but this one's in there for strike 1. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. And a curveball that time that broke too low.
Tried to go with the nasty backdoor breaking ball right there. Good job by the batter to take that pitch, work the count even.
The 1-1. And he fouls this one off. Now we'll snap one off over to the bag. And he's back easily. The 1-2. And the pitch is off the catcher's glove as it rolls away. The 2-2 is looked at and the count moves full.
We could see the runner in motion here on a 3-2 count with 1 out. There's a pretty good chance he's going to get a pitch to swing at, and if not, it's ball 4 anyways.
He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
Now batting, right fielder.
Here's Gregory Polanco. First pitch of the at-bat.
Nope.
A ball and no strikes. One run on 3 hits and no errors so far for the Pirates. He's running. Pitch inside. The throw is going to be far too late. That's a stolen base.
It was pretty obvious he would likely be on the move with 2 outs, and I'm sure the defense knew it too. But he has lightning speed and was able to take the bag anyways.
But this will be pulled in out there at second base, and that'll be that. Pirates leave 1, but they're up 1-0. Here's Joe Panik. He's set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
Second baseman, Joe Panik.
Here's the first pitch to him. Lifted down the line in left. Marte on the move. And no one will track it down. And he takes a pitch right down the middle.
Oh, that's for sure going to be a pitch he wants back. You're not going to get many balls right in the wheelhouse from a top-level arm like this.
Now the 0-2 pitch. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Frazier comes up with it. And the throw to first is in time. One gone.
Had to protect there with 2 strikes, and he just got it off the end of the bat. Not much of a problem for the infield at that point.
Here's Buster Posey now, as he'll watch a slider that stays inside for ball 1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. On the ground to third. Freeze is there. Throw on to first, 2 gone.
Now batting, right fielder, Andrew McCutchen.
Here's Andrew McCutchen now. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Tough slider down low for a strike.
This guy has been throwing the ball so well, and that's exactly why. He has such a feel for that secondary pitch. He can flip it over whenever he wants and get back in the count.
Arrieta's got his target. Here's the 0-1. Looks at a slider over the outer half for strike 2. McCutchen, or just Kutch as he's frequently referred to. He was a first-round pick back in 2005.
Yeah, Matty, they certainly got it right when they drafted this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar. Everybody knows this guy's name, and kids are buying his jerseys.
Missed with a slider. This should end the inning as it's sent out to second. Harrison's got it. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Giants are down 1-2-3. They're on the short end of a 1-0 score. Next to hit will be the pitcher, Jake Arrieta. He'll begin things here against Madison Bumgarner.
Jake Arrieta.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Fouled off. Two quick strikes, and now the 0-2. Checked his swing there. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. Ball 1. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Kind of pitching him backwards in this AB. Soft stuff early, then those last 2 were fastballs, trying to get it right by him.
Half swing here, but it won't matter. It's strike 3 called anyway, and that's out number 1.
You know, I'm not quite sure how that strikeout will be scored, looking or swinging. He tried to check his swing, but I'm pretty sure the home plate umpire was ringing him up regardless.
Here's Starling Marte. As Bumgarner gets ahead of him with strike 1. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. A swing and a miss for out number 2, and a ball he had no chance of making contact with.
It's so hard to hit when you're behind the count 0-2, right? You have to protect for the fastball. You have to look for the soft stuff down and away. You're really at a disadvantage when you fall behind 0-2.
And that'll bring in Adam Frazier as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball one. No hits to this point. Right on that pitch that time as he wraps it into center field, a base hit.
The first baseman, number 55,
Josh Bell, the next to hit. Here comes the first pitch. Here's a slider to start things out, but it misses by a few inches or so. It's ball one.
Well, that was a big 2-out single we just saw, and for pretty obvious reasons. The inning went from totally under control to now. He's got to deal with some dangerous hitters here with a runner on base, and this is how 2-out rallies start.
The 1-0. He's taken high above the zone.
Not the ideal spot to be right here. 2-0 count on a real good hitter. Boy, you're going to have to make some really good pitches now.
Here comes Bumgarner, 2-0. This one's down to third. And he'll reach first as they can't make the play on it.
And as a former pitcher, I can tell you, nothing is more painful than having to get extra outs in an inning. That should have been out number 3 there. Instead, he has to refocus and get back to work.
Into the box, Corey Dickerson popped him up. Longoria waits on it, and the inning is over. Pirates strand a couple, but they're on top 1-0.
leading off for the Giants, first baseman, Brandon Hill.
Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Not surprisingly here, this is on the ground to the right side. Throws in time, and that's out number 1. There's our line score through the first 4.5, and these guys have basically had the bats taken right out of their hands. Just one hit to this point. So the base is empty here with 1 away, and standing in here is the very dangerous third baseman, Evan Longoria. First pitch of the at-bat. Belt high and right down the middle for a strike.
The difference between 0-1 and 1-0 is so monumental, and this guy has been on top of his game all day, attacking the zone and getting ahead of these hitters.
And this is bounced foul at the plate, and that moves the count to 0-2 now. A windup and the 0-2 pitch. And a swing and a miss there by Longoria as he can't connect, and that's a big second out now.
Well, he's really locked in at this point in the game on the bump. So far this inning, 4 pitches and 2 outs. Got the first guy on 1 pitch, then absolutely dominates this at bat with a 3-pitch strikeout.
Here's the shortstop, Brandon Crawford. And Dan, it seems like this starter is just dominating the game right now. Feels like we're seeing a lot of 3-up, 3-down innings.
No doubt about that, Matt. Hey, I've enjoyed watching him go about his business, but I'm also interested to see if this offense can figure out a way to get a couple of cracks in his armor before it gets too late.
Yeah, that remains to be seen. Hit on the ground down the first baseline, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So a strong start on the mound as he's blanked him through the first 5. We're through 5 here at the ballpark. Bucks out in front, 1-0. Here's David Freese to stand in. He'll get his side started in the inning. And Dan, so far they've been stifled offensively since the first inning.
Boy, they sure have, Matt. They came out of the gates and got hot right away. But whatever was going for them pretty much has disappeared. We'll see if they can wake it back up.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Popped him up. Panic is camped under this one. One pitch, one away.
Every pitcher loves to get quick outs, right? How about that? One pitch, one out, a pop-up to start the inning.
Josh Harrison stands in. Last time up, he was hit by a pitch. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Takes a high fastball for a strike.
Yeah, I'm shocked he let that first pitch go right there. High fastball, but usually those ones travel the furthest.
Bumgarner ready with the 0-1. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Jackson on the run. And he makes the catch for the second out.
The batter, catcher, Francisco Cervelli.
Here's the catcher, Francisco Cervelli. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Takes a knee-high fastball.
We're moving along in this one, heading into the middle innings. This guy continuing to pitch well, and one of the reasons why, first pitch strike ratio over 70% up to this point in this game.
And it's fouled away. Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2. Fouled away. Now another 0-2. Started to go around there, but he holds up ball one.
You find yourself down 0-2 in these situations. It's tough to check your swing right there. That was a nice job.
Looking to punch him out again. The pitch. Still 1-2.
Hey, he's got 4 foul balls in this AB right here. He's really making this pitcher grind for everything.
The next 1-2 pitch. 2-2 now with 2 away and the base is empty.
I got to commend him for being a really tough out right now. Not everyone will battle like this with 2 outs and nobody on.
The 2-2 is a fastball that misses.
He's definitely going to want to get greedy in his zone, and he's obviously seeing the ball well, or he would have swung at that pitch. Sometimes in these long, epic at-bats, you start to get into swing mode.
Making him work out there. The 9th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Fly ball out toward left center field. Giving chase is Slater, but he won't have a play. This is down and into the gap. And he'll coast into second here with a 2-out double.
That's how quickly things can change in this crazy game. The pitcher was upset about the call on the previous pitch, which could have been strike 3. Then he serves up one for a double. Good example of why you have to have a short memory in this game. You let those things get to you, and oftentimes they lead to more mistakes.
And now indication from the dugout that they'll issue the free pass, and with the pitcher on deck, that'll force their hand here with 2 gone.
Now batting, the pitcher, Jake Arrieta.
Now to the plate, the pitcher, Jake Arrieta. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch. Oh, and he just blows the fastball by him for strike 1. The 0-1. Lifted down the line in left. And they can't run it down. Cervelli at second. Polanco at first. 2 out in the inning. And a check swing. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. It's ball 1. A swing and a foul tip, but held on to behind the plate, and they're going to get out of danger here as the strikeout will end the inning. Pirates strand a couple. They lead it 1-0. So that brings up the outfielder Austin Slater to start things out in their half of the 6th as they look to shake things up here for a lineup that quite frankly has been non-existent to date.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've been completely overmatched to this point. 1 hit through 5 innings. I mean, what else can you say about the pitching they faced other than it's been fantastic? We'll see if that continues as we approach the later inning.
First pitch on its way. No balls and 1 strike. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Next pitch chopped foul right at home plate, and he's behind 0-2 now. This is line to left, but he'll hardly need to move out there in left as this is hauled in for the first out.
Boy, talk about hitting into some rough luck. That was an absolute bullet to the outfield that gets caught, and he would have represented the tying run.
Standing in now, Madison Bumgarner. As the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. The 1-0. It's laid off, but in there for strike 1. The 1-1. Hit back up the middle. And there's out number 2.
The center fielder, number 16, Austin Jackson.
Ready for another shot now. Austin Jackson. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout in this one. First offering on its way. Towards second. And this is taken for the out. Giants down in order. It remains 1-0. Back here in San Francisco. 7th inning coming up now in game 1 as we take a look there at our game summary through the first 6 innings so far. Standing in, Starling Marte. He'll start the 7th, and Dan, as a former pitcher yourself, you must be enjoying this. Lots of good pitching and defense today.
Well, that's one of the keys. We're seeing a lot of strikes. We're seeing a lot of swings. We're seeing some great plays on defense. This has been a snappy one up to this point.
Here comes the first pitch. And a fastball just below the knees, ball 1. line softly toward the hole, and he makes a great diving stop for the out.
Now batting, shortstop.
That ball wasn't actually smoked, more of a soft line drive, but a nice diving catch by the infielder right there, showing a lot of range.
In now, Adam Frazier.
And he'll promptly send it in the air out to center field.
Jackson is underneath this one, and there's the second out of the inning.
The first baseman, number 55, John Bell.
Josh Bell will stand in again as we take you back to earlier in the ball game. This one swing here has been the entire offense to this point, as this home run accounted for the only run they've tallied so far. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And he fouls this one off. Bumgarner ready with the 0-1. And a slider just about gets away from him there as it runs in a bit too close for comfort. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. The 1-2 is swung on and missed, strike 3. Down in order go the Pirates, but they hold a 1-0 lead. So in now for San Francisco, Joe Penn. He was retired via the ground ball last time up.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by 1. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy, and they're an extra base hit away from tying this thing up.
To me, getting ahead 0-1, it's the most important pitch in the game, Matty. It puts the hitter on the defensive. I can only think of myself being in the batter's box. When I'm sitting 1-0, I am all over the gas, or I am allowed the opportunity to sit on something without fearing going 1-1. When you're down 0-1, your head's on a swivel.
Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Grounder hit hard down the first baseline, and this will get past him down the line at first. It's a fair ball. And the Giants are in business here on the leadoff double. Finally, a little something for them to get excited about.
Yeah, a rally can begin with the single swing of the bat, and this might be their chance right here. They struggled to produce a lot of runs, but there he is at second base. A shot to the outfield scores him. Then who knows what kind of roll they can get on. Got to take it one good at-bat at a time.
First pitch of the at-bat. Missed with a slider. And that one just missed outside.
Hey, I appreciate the fact that he's making him throw a few pitches. Most of his teammates have been hacking at everything that comes their way.
The 2-0 on the way. Is in there for strike 1.
That is a pro pitch right there. 2-0 curveball for a strike. You make those kind of pitches, you'll be around for a long time.
Slow roller back to the mound. And a good throw gets him one gone.
Now batting, right fielder, Andrew.
Now the Giants' number 4 batter, Andrew McCutchen, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. Hit to short. Frazier right there. Pro gets him for the second out, but meanwhile the tying run is in to score.
Good manufactured run right there. Lead off double, move him over with the ground ball, and just put the ball in play and let him come home. Make scoring runs look easier than it actually is.
So digging in now, Brandon Belt. He was a ground-out victim last time up. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. And this pitch is taken on the inner half for strike one.
One of the keys to pitching late in the game's first pitch strikes, and this guy's rolling along. So far, over 70% of his first pitches have been for strikes.
Hit sharply on the ground. Gloved by Harrison on the first, and this will remain a tie ball game as the inning is over. But the tying run has come across here as we're set up for an exciting finish. We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now, all tied at 1-1. In now, Corey Dickerson. He's batting cleanup in this one, but will get us started here in the inning as they look to wake up the bats.
Yeah, not much to get excited about with just a single notch on the scoreboard, but you have to give credit to where it's deserved. The pitching on the other side has been really impressive.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. They'll start him with a fastball down and in for a ball, 1-0. Now some action out in the Giants bullpen as they'll have both a left-hander and a right-hander get loose. The 1-0 is laid off for ball 2. Now the 2-0 home. A swing and a miss. That's the first strike.
Really feels like he's just on cruise control out there on the mound right now.
Yeah, it really does, Matt, but this offense isn't helping him too much. It sort of feels like the next team to score is going to win this thing.
Now the 2-1. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
Time for him to attack on the mound. He knows this team's struggling offensively. Don't mess around and try and nibble. Just be on the attack and let them beat you.
Doesn't want any part of that cutter, and it's full 3-2. The next 3-2. Ground ball right side. Panic's got it. On to first, and that's an important first out to start the 8th here. 2 very well pitched games thus far. There you see it. Each team with a 1 and a whole lot of zeros. 1-1 our score at this point in the ball game. Things have been tight throughout. Stepping up now, David Freese. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. First pitch on its way. And he chased up and out of the zone, a swing and a miss. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Nope.
2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
One out, nobody on. High and deep to left. This one's got plenty of distance. Into the bleachers and gone. A solo shot here to left, and it's now a 1-run ball game.
Now that one is definitely worth looking at again with our show track technology. It had plenty of distance to get out of the park, and you can see why when it's hit at 115 miles an hour. That's not something you see every day.
Now here comes Bruce Bochy out of the Giants dugout on his way to the mound. And that's going to do it here today for Madison Bumgarner. So he'll depart after getting one out here in the 8th, but he's in line to take the loss barring a late turnaround. Corey Guerin gets the call as he'll pitch with one gone in the top of the 8th.
Number 26, Corey Guerin. Up next for the Pirates,
Josh Harrison stands in. And there's a swing and a miss at an off-speed pitch to start him out. 0-1. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. And he takes one off the inside corner for ball 2. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Harrison in front, 3 balls and a strike.
Well, this has been a good job to work the count from 0-1 to 3-1, and now he's really in the driver's seat to see a heater that he can do something with.
Set to deal. Here's the 3-1. Strike 2 at a pitch that catches the outside corner. And he misses ball 4. So he comes out of the bullpen and immediately walks the first man he faces.
Well, he gives up the walk, but that was a really good pitch. Might have been just out of the zone, but not by much. A lot of guys would have gone fishing for that pitch, so sometimes the hitter just outlasts you.
Here's the catcher, Francisco Cervelli,
as he'll take a look at an off-speed pitch here that misses for ball 1. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. The 1-0 home. Misses, ball 2. Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0. Harrison stands at first with 1 out. Hit out toward second. Fielded by Penn. He'll go to the bag for 1. Oh, and it sailed right over his head at first.
Well, when this play started, it all looked good. They get the lead runner, no problem, but he just doesn't make the return throw, and the hitter ends up safely at second. Not the result they were hoping for on what should have been a nice double play.
Now indication from the dugout that they'll issue the free pass, and with the pitcher on deck, that'll force their hand here with 2 gone.
Pitcher number 40, Jake Arrieta.
McKenzie will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Carlton McKenzie.
pitch is way outside, and he can't even get a glove on it. But he's safe at first as he gets back in time. And the runners will stay put here on ball one. Trying to keep the deficit right where it is. The pitch. Swing and a miss on the sinker, and it's 1-2.
You like the modern style of baseball. Here it is. Both starters kept their teams in the game. It's close right now. Now we hand it over to the nasty bullpens. Let's see what matchups are going to take place.
This one's blooped out toward right center field, and nobody can get there in time. Base hit. And a big RBI there as the run scores from second to make this a 2-run game now.
Boy, that's a big RBI right there to give this team a 2-run cushion going into the late innings. And it always makes it easier on the opposing pitcher to know they have a 2-run lead.
Yeah, Leo Mazzoni always used to say, old pitching coach for the Atlanta Braves, solos won't kill us, guys. And he's absolutely right. You give yourself a 2-run lead, a solo homer's not gonna do too much damage.
Slater is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. So it's 2 runs here on 2 hits, with one of them being the home run. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. It's the Pirates 3 and the Giants 1. George Cantos is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
70, George Cantos.
In is the third baseman, Evan Longoria. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan, a bloop and a blast? They could certainly use that right now.
That's a ball.
A ball and no strikes.
Counts 1-0.
Well, late in the game like this, calls that don't go your way can really throw you off when you're on the mound, but you just can't let it happen. His composure is getting a little test right here.
The 1-0 is looked at for the first strike.
Somebody needs to go rattle the cage right here. Take the bats and start throwing them all over the dugout to get these boys going. If this continues, I guarantee you see a different lineup tomorrow.
The 1-1. Popped him up. Under this one is Harrison, and he's got it for the first out. So with his day over now, you get a look at the final pitching line for the Pittsburgh starter. And he really delivered a fantastic postseason performance. One gone here in the Giants half of the 8th. And stepping in, the slick fielding shortstop, Brandon Crawford. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And that misses for ball 1.
Ball 1, no strike.
8th inning of this low-scoring affair. 3-1 our score. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Crawford rounds the bag at first, looking for second. And he is in at second base with a 1-out double.
That's what you call a clutch piece of hitting. Down 2 runs, he puts himself in scoring position and brings the tying run to the plate. We'll see what they do with the base open here. This one's getting interesting.
So that brings up the outfielder Austin Slater. And Dan, what's the plan of attack here for the guy on the mound?
Well, I think they have to go right after him. He's pretty unlikely to take you deep, but if you allow him to get on base, the chances of him scoring and tying this game become a lot greater.
Here comes the first pitch. No balls and a strike to count. Crawford, the runner at second with one away. Set with the 0-1. Hit the other way out toward right field. Polanco has a read on it. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are two away.
Now batting, the pitcher, Corey.
Kelby Tomlinson will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
Number 37, Kelby Tomlinson.
Right side. And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. One left for San Francisco. Score holds. It's 3-1. Will Smith enters from the pen to start the ninth inning as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the ninth. Striding into the box, Adam Frazier. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. From the stretch. Bouncer up the middle. Crawford fields it cleanly. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the ninth inning gets underway. The Giants are into their bullpen now, as there are the final numbers for their starter. And he really delivered a fantastic postseason performance. Josh Bell the next to hit. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat. Here's the first pitch to him. Now here's a slider that can't quite get back to the outside corner. It's ball one. A 1-0 delivery. A little bouncer, but it gets fouled. One out, nobody on. Fouled off. The 1-2. This is skied into short left center. Crawford has a play. 2 down.
Boy, he showed some pretty good range, heading pretty deep into the outfield to bring that one down. Thought the outfielder might call him off, but he clearly had it under control.
Stepping in now, Corey Dickerson, as he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball 1-0. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Ready with the 1-0 pitch. There's a swing and a high deep drive headed for the right field corner. Into the cove, but foul. Starts to go around, but the home plate umpire says he held up ball 2. And it's fouled away. Here now the 2-2. Fouled away. And he struck him out. So a good pitch there, and now they're going to need to string some hits together in this last at-bat if they want to get back in this thing. So they're held in check here this half of the inning. To the bottom of the ninth we go. Top of the order due up. It's the Pirates 3 and the Giants 1. Here's Austin Jackson, the center fielder. And Dan, he and his fellow top of the order hitters haven't really offered much help for this lineup so far.
No, your 1, 2, 3 guys are the ones you look to generate a lot of action. And they just haven't been up to the task so far in this one. Still time for them to turn it around, though. We'll see if it happens.
First offering on its way. There's a strike. Here's the 0-1. Popped him up. Freeze near the bag at third. One down.
The second baseman, number 12, Joe Hannon.
Here's Joe Panic. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. There's a fastball that just misses. Ball 1. Grounded back up the middle. Throw on to first is in time, and the Giants are down to their final out now.
And this is not an easy play when you have to range to your right. He really didn't have a chance to get his feet set, so this is all arm. Nicely done.
Here's Buster Posey now. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And he pops it up, drifting just beyond the infield. Harrison is there for it, makes the catch, and that's the ball game.
Well, in hindsight, it was the right choice to let the setup guy stay in the game and finish this thing. I wasn't so sure before, but the results sure speak for themselves.
This one, definitely a low-scoring affair as we get one last look at our final line score. Well, heroes are made in the postseason, and he was at least the hero in this one. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, no time like the postseason to come through and lift your team to victory. He was certainly a big factor here, and it was pretty cool to see.
Three to 1 the final score this afternoon. Pittsburgh win the opener here in the division series. Jake Arrieta pitches well enough to get the W. Madison Bumgarner pitched well, allowing only 2 earned, but ends up taking the loss. So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and the rest of our crew. This is Matt Vasgersian, and you've been watching a presentation of MLB Network. See you next time.
Here now is our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious Pirates. 3 runs on 7 hits. No errors. They left 10 men on base. For the Giants, 1 run on 3 hits. 2 errors. They left 2 men on base. The winning pitcher is Jake Arrieta. Loss goes to Madison Bumgarner. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 33 minutes. Our paid attendance this afternoon, 41,503. The Giants thank you for attending today's game at AT&T Park and remind you to please buckle up and drive home safely.